Here I am in the waiting room again. It's July 8th, I think, 2010. It's a Thursday, I think. And I'm in Saint-Denis, France. It's very hot. And I got an appointment. It was very hard to get the appointment a couple of days ago with a social worker for French Social Security. And just, she was late, and then finally when I, got to see her with my husband, we had to immediately evacuate the building because there had been an anonymous phone call and a bomb threat. So she gave us an appointment for today, and my husband is really tired because he works nights. He works 2 weeks evenings and 2 weeks nights. And he frequently only has, one day off, Sunday. And since he works Saturday nights frequently, it's not even a whole day off. And so he's exhausted, and it's really hot, and I'm disabled, so we have very limited resources. So he goes to the green market in Saint-Denis to buy our food 2 or 3 times a week, fresh food that I cook from scratch, and it's a lot of work, but we eat really well, but it takes me about 2 hours to prepare a meal, and then by the time it's time to eat, I'm too tired to eat because I'm disabled and I'm on tramadol and stuff, and then to clean up after the meal and everything, and I just want a siesta, but I can't. I never can. I never get any rest. I haven't had any rest since January of 2010. So we just saw the social worker now, but she was like 40 minutes late, and we sat with her for about an hour, and we went over why I'm not getting any money. I was attacked 4 times in February, and there were witnesses and everything, but it wasn't reported correctly, and nobody refuses to, and everybody refuses to, they're blaming me. They're saying, no, you get some help, we didn't see anything, now you're bullying us, and in fact, I was getting bullied, and I got attacked 4 times in February at this horrible job that I have. I mean, I'm too sick to work, but for the past 6 years, well, like 8 years, 10 years, I just do English training, I don't have a salary, I don't have benefits, and this employer that I have now, I've been there for 6 years. I'm going into my 7th year, and I'm the only employee there who's never gotten the slightest raise or bonus or anything, and I'm in a union, and they don't do anything for me, and I'm a delegate de personnel, an employee delegate, and I help these other people, and then when I got attacked, they all turned against me, and they started sending me nasty emails and stuff, and so I have a free lawyer, but she's like never available, and I have to assemble hundreds of pages of photocopies of documents of this horrible treatment that I've been receiving at this job for the past 6 years. And how am I supposed to pay for that? I've had no income since March, and my employer doesn't give me hardly any work because they want me to quit. That's what they do to everybody. And I can't quit. I won't find another job. And if I quit, I'll lose my social benefits. So you can't quit here in France, You have to be fired. But I haven't done anything wrong, so they can't fire me. And the clients really like me, and I really like the work, but I shouldn't be working at all. I asked U.S. Social Security to give me disability, but over the last 8 years, they never do anything, and then they keep disappearing my dossiers. And it takes years to assemble those dossiers. And the French doctors here, they don't want to fill out any forms in English. And also the French medical laws say that, they're not even allowed to tell anybody about my health. I've had to like persuade them to do this at all. And U.S. Social Security disappeared my dossier last year because I think that they owe me at least $70,000 in back benefits, and I should be getting a pension from U.S. Social Security disability. Because I worked in the United States and paid taxes from the ages to 15 to 37, and I moved here in France in 1994 because I couldn't get health care anymore in the USA. I have what's called a maladie orpheline. They don't know what it is. It seems to be from a bad polio vaccine that I took around 1962. I have an immune system disorder, and it's like fibromyalgia, but it's atypical, you know. And so there's no diagnosis possible. There's really no treatment, you know. I just take Tramadol 3 times a day, and so now I'm over here waiting for the psychiatrist. And, you know, she's impossible to see. I was supposed to see her weeks ago, and they called me up the day before and said, well, she can't make it to work. She has a souci de transport, you know, like her car was out of order. You know, and I thought, well, take a taxi, bitch. I need you. You know, I've got these letters from these other doctors, and you've got to look at them and to decide what is going to happen with me, you know. And people just are like, what, Lisa, why aren't you writing articles for magazines? You know, I'm trying to do all this, but you know, I can't find any writing work that pays. And from France for a handicapped benefit, my spouse earns just a little too much money, and we don't have any children, you know, so I don't qualify, you know, and I just keep getting pushed from one social worker to doctor to another, and it takes like 6 to 8 months to get an appointment here with a specialist, and it's just, I'm in a waiting room, you know, and I'm not allowed to smoke. And I'm not mentally ill, by the way. That's why the psychiatrist doesn't want to deal with me, because there's no medical thing that she can do for me. You know, I see a psychologist, I talk to her. You know, it's very helpful. She's known me for like 12, 13 years, you know. But this psychiatrist, she can't do anything for me. You know, they've been wanting to put me in a mental hospital. And the mental hospital doesn't even want me because I'm not crazy. You know, they need those beds for people who are really sick. You know, and I'm just traumatized, and I'm a victim. And, you know, like this one guy said, well, Lisa, why does everything have to be such a drama with you? But, you know, like my family back in the United States, they're having problems, they need money, I've been sending them money, you know, thousands of dollars to my mother, and I don't know what she's doing with the money. I don't know. So I'm in a waiting room.